Hello and welcome to the Daily Downbeat. Today's song is The Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston, arguably one of the best singers of all time. This comes off her 1985 self-titled debut album. And there's a few things pretty special about this album. Number one, good friend of the program, Mr. Narada Michael Walden, was the producer on this album. Now, Narda's involved in what's called Narda's Great Gospel Show. And Ocean Floor Ministries, the graphic design ministry that I work with, we had the absolute honor and pleasure of working with him on that particular show and album. There'll be more links down in the description area if you want to check that out. And Narda's got his own career and his own music going on too. But today we're going to focus on this song, The Greatest Love of All. And what's interesting about this song is it's actually a cover, which a lot of people don't know. It was originally recorded in 1977 by George Benson. And Whitney just took it to a completely new level with her rendition. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of the lyrics here. Let's see. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be, and so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself. It is the greatest love of all. Now, of course, this is really talking about self-empowerment. It's talking about learning to believe in yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. But what we really have to do here is look at where love comes from first, and it comes before everything else. So let's look at 1 John 4:16 through 21, and we're really going to find out where exactly love comes from, the greatest love of all. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. This is how love is made complete among us, so that we will have confidence on the day of judgment. In this world we are like Jesus. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. The one who fears is not made perfect in love. We love because He first loved us. Keep that in mind. Whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. For whoever does not love their brother and sister whom they have seen cannot love God whom they have not seen. And He has given us this command: anyone who loves God must also love their brother and sister. I mean, that's spelled out pretty well there. But I want to go ahead and expound a little bit on that. I've got the Life Application Bible here today, and we're going to look at 4:19, 4:20, and 4:21 according to what they've got here. God's love is the source of all human love, and it spreads like fire. In loving His children, God kindles a flame in their hearts. In turn, they love others who are warmed by God's love through them. It is easy to say we love God when that love doesn't cost us anything more than weekly attendance at religious services. But the real test of our love for God is how we treat the people right in front of us, our family members, our neighbors, our friends, and fellow believers. We cannot truly love God while neglecting to love those who are created in His image. Now, that's really powerful. Stop and think about that for a second. So, we're all created in God's image. Every single one of us, all humanity. If we can't learn to love each other and see the importance and magnificence in one another, then we're totally overlooking who God is as well. And so this song, The Greatest Love, is really onto something. But the greatest love of all inside of us, and the love that allows us to love each other and one another, really comes from Him. The only reason that we are even enabled to love is because He first loved us, and He inherently put inside of us what it means to love. So that's some good news to take for today. Know that the love that you have for yourself and the love that you have for one another comes from Him. And let's make sure that we're not holding that love inside, but spreading it to all humanity. So take that to the bank, and that's today's Daily Downbeat. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks.